today I'd like to talk about musical phrasing or musicality. A lot of the times I tell students, please look beyond the notes, okay? Instead of trying to play correctly. Because for them, a lot of the times it's about playing correctly. It's about the note, the pitch, actually basically just the pitch. The pitch and the rhythm. And maybe the tempo after that, right? It's trying to get as fast as possible, even when it's in a slow tempo. It's very strange. And then they will add some seasoning, right? Like dynamics. Okay, louder here, softer here, after they get everything, under their hands. And then maybe the articulation, right? Legato, and then the staccato, the accent. And that's about it. And then they think, okay, I'm done, next. Okay, so that's just sound that we're making. Yeah, we want to make music. So what am I trying to say is you have to express something. There's meaning behind the notes. So we have to read beyond what's on the paper, what's on the score, what's on the notes. I mean the notes, like the black and white, the lines in the notes. It's nothing if you don't try to analyze it and like think about, okay, what's the composer trying to express and what you're trying to express. How are you going to interpret what the composer wrote through your hands, right? You cannot talk. You cannot like try to explain this verbally to the audience. The only thing you can do, but it's very powerful, is to play, right, on the keys, on the keyboard, to express what's the meaning through the sound, through the music. So music, we sometimes say, oh, music is a universal language. Is it really? Well, with classical music, is quite different, right? We always think, oh, we need a lot of learning and all these rigid rules about the classical music. It's very complicated. It's very deep. It's very boring, right? Yes, you do need a lot of knowledge about musical history, the theory, the harmony, the analysis, and the technique, how do you play the instrument, even reading the notes, just reading the score is very complicated for most people. And so it becomes a very elite kind of music. Well, to some extent it's true, but actually music is like a language. It's true because you have to learn it. I mean, like, if you don't know Chinese, how are you going to like understand what the meaning is, right? Chinese is very complicated. I think it's more complicated than English. But anyway, so we need to learn, like in language, we need to learn the basics, like the grammar, the structure, like the pronunciation, how we put the things together, and the tenses. We don't really have tense in Chinese, really. So it's very complicated, right? And then there's the punctuation mark, right? The comma, the full stop, the exclamation mark, the question mark. What do we put there? How we use them? It's the same in the music. In one music phrase, for example, there are rests. Rests are like the punctuation mark, right? It's like the comma and the full stop. Sometimes we haven't finished a phrase, but there's a pause in between, so we have to wait. We have to lead people, okay, listen, I finished this idea, but it's not done yet. I have to more, right? Or we have a tenuto sometimes, right? Or tenuto, no, not tenuto. Sometimes we have fermata. Fermata is a pause, right? On the note, or sometimes even on the rest. How do we like pause on the rest, right? In the air, it's like suspending here. So there's a lot of things that we do in music is achieving almost impossible, right? But that's the beauty of the music is you have to interpret it. what are you trying to say, right? Sometimes it seems obvious, but another time it's not. So we just have to learn about the style, learn about that song, learn about the composer, learn about the format, like mazurka, intermezzo, what is the form of that song, or like sonata, or the fugue, okay, where's the fugal theme, and how does it change, right, by the augmentation, diminution, and all these things, right, another key, the dominance, subdominant, minor, mirror, technique,